Okay, hi, welcome and welcome back. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as to why videos have been so sporadic and that they probably will be for the next month and a half, at least until the new year, and also why video uploads haven't been evenly set out between both Spider-Man 2 and GTA 4. So basically, don't mind how I look. I will get into that, but basically, if you've been watching for the past 2 years, I have been dealing with a lot of problems with my hands. It started in January of 2022, so almost 2 years this coming January, and it's been a lot of hospital appointments and a lot of blood tests and x-rays and scans and just a whole load of things to basically find out what's wrong with me. It's been a very painful journey, but few weeks ago, I think now, I had another rheumatology appointment. I've been all over the place. I've been to plastics. I was meant to go to rheumatology, but they denied my referral. And then I was told that the issue with my hands was just because of damage to it. I can't even remember at this point because it's been so much back and forth. But basically 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I had another rheumatology appointment and I went in and they finally basically figured out what was wrong with me, and I have seronegative arthritis. So not really the best thing, or not really the thing that you want to hear when you're pretty young. But yeah, I've been diagnosed with seronegative arthritis, which basically means that, well, arthritis in itself is basically where your immune system mistakenly attacks itself. It attacks the tissues and the joints, and that's why I've mentioned it previously before, but that's why I've mainly stuck to keyboard and mouse now, because it's a lot easier on my joints. They cause me a lot of pain, and it's not pretty when they swell up, and I do lose a lot of ability to do anything, and it's just painful, and they swell, and it's a really tough time. Yeah, basically I also found out that because I do have this, I am at greater risks for developing other things as well, which isn't fun, to find that out again. But yeah, I got diagnosed with seronegative arthritis, and I have been put on 3 different lots of medication, all of which do have really bad side effects. The side effects aren't 100% that you'll get them, but basically I'm on steroids and I am on another set of medication as well, and from my knowledge, what those medications are doing are basically suppressing my immune system so that my body, it doesn't attack itself. From my knowledge anyway, I think that's what's going on. I know it suppresses the immune system, but I'm not 100% sure as to how it works. I am on currently day 3 of these steroids and I feel horrible. I don't want to cry, but yeah, I feel horrible. All I've been doing is sleeping. I mean, it was a really tough decision to start this medication just because the side effects are so damaging. Of course, they're not 100%, but just to read the pamphlet of stuff that can happen to you is really scary. But I am on day 3 of the steroids as of recording this, and I just feel horrible. I mean, this is the first time I think I've recorded in about a week or so. I wanted to record before that, but I have just been so tired and my body is weak and I'm cold. I'm so ill and I can't be around other people who are ill as well because my immune system, basically, it's not going to be strong enough to fight off an illness if I get it. I am ill at the moment, but I think that might just be a side effect from starting the steroids. I don't know. I have a headache and my throat's sore and I'm tired. It's just a lot. I am on a 6-week course with the steroids, and then after that, well, at the same time, I'm still taking my other medication, which is hydroxychloroquine, and I will be taking that, I think, for multiple years to try and suppress my immune system. My ultrasounds basically show that I already have mild joint effusions from where my immune system's basically attacked. So if I didn't start this medication, then it would only get worse, and I'm just scared. That's all. That's really all it is. But the reason why it took so long for me to get diagnosed with it was because when you have seronegative arthritis, basically it means that in blood tests it doesn't show that you have the antibodies that would diagnose you as having arthritis, so you have to go through other tests and use other test results to try and get that diagnosis. I mean, as I said, I've been all over the place. Originally they thought it was a bacterial infection that turned into a chronic infection. Then they cut into my finger. It was because it was originally only this finger, but I remember they cut into it. Well, before that, sorry, I was on a bacterial cream. Then I was given 2 different lots of oral antibiotics. When they didn't work, I went into hospital. They cut into my finger and they were like, yeah, I can't see anything that indicates an infection, but I'm gonna write you off as having one anyway. Here's one of the strongest antibiotics that's known. Take this for a week. So I took it for a week and it didn't really do anything. It did a tiny bit, but I don't really know if that was because it was an end of like a flare-up or because it was some sort of placebo effect or what, I don't know. And then once I stopped taking it, my hands got worse again, so I went back in. They put me on the antibiotics again, and the doctor I saw was like, yeah, you're not meant to be with plastics, you're meant to be with rheumatology. So he sent a referral to rheumatology, of which they denied, and I was on the antibiotics again. And then I think on like the 4th or 5th day, I was doing a show at my academy and I had to leave early to go to hospital because the antibiotics messed up my stomach. So after that, I stayed with plastics for a bit. I had ultrasounds and MRIs. Well, I was meant to have an MRI, but I wasn't able to because I had a huge panic attack. But I had ultrasounds. I had one ultrasound which showed my hand as having an inflamed tendon. This was about March of 20... Yeah, this was about March or like May of 2022. That was, the hospital was around February of 2022. So I had my first ultrasound which showed it as an inflamed tendon, and by this point the pain had spread to this finger, and this finger. So yeah, the first ultrasound showed it as an inflamed tendon. Then I went to go have another ultrasound a few weeks later. I was meant to be given a steroid injection, but because they had to write out me not having an infection, they couldn't do that. So they took the fluid out my joints and I had to correct the ultrasoundist because he was about to take the fluid out the wrong joint. So after that, I had another appointment with plastics, and that was basically when they said, yeah, we can't do anything for you. It just looks like an inflamed tendon, like you caused damage to it. It's gonna take a year or so to heal, whatever. So after that, it was a few months. My hands kept flaring up. They got worse and worse, and my doctors finally referred me to rheumatology again. This is in December of 2022. Bear in mind, all this time, all that year, and this year, to be honest, I have had so many blood tests. I have had so many x-rays, and I think I've had about 3 or 4 ultrasounds now. So I've had a lot of tests, and I've been in and out of hospital non-stop. But December of 2022, I was finally referred to rheumatology. I had my first rheumatology appointment in February of 2023. There, I honestly can't really remember. Oh yeah, I was meant to have an ultrasound. That was it. February of 2023, I was meant to have another ultrasound, and I was gonna see my rheumatologist again in August of 2023. Here I am thinking, oh, that's so long. Like, oh, never had an ultrasound. One was never booked for me. So it gets to August and nothing's happened, and I'm still in so much pain. And she's like, oh, okay, well, you haven't had an ultrasound, so like, can't really do anything there. Go away, and I will see you in November, and we'll book you in for an ultrasound. So I can't remember what month. I think it was like September or October. I had the ultrasound, and it was a really long scan. It was about an hour, and they just scanned everywhere. And my last appointment, which was November 2nd, I was told I basically have seronegative arthritis, and that is where we are now. Well, obviously not now because it's the 16th of November, but I have started my steroids, and I have started my other medication as well. Yeah, it's been a scary time, and it's been a lot for me to try and get a hold of. And with the way the steroids are treating me, I don't know if I'll be able to upload as much as usual. I'm hoping after I stop the steroids, I start to get a bit more lively again. I will try and upload as much as I can. The reason why there's been more Spider-Man 2 is because I did a lot of pre-recording on Spider-Man 2, and those were the only videos I really had to upload compared to GTA 4. But yeah, I wanted to, this isn't a pity call or anything. This isn't feel bad for me or whatnot. This is just one, asking you to be patient and bear with me for the next month and a half, but two, just informing you guys that why uploads won't be as consistent, or why my mood and energy might not be as high in them as they usually are. The steroids are just really, but yeah, that was all this is. I also have my final show coming up as my academy. If you didn't know, I am doing High School Musical, and I am playing Gabriella, which is really exciting because when I was younger, I always loved High School Musical, and I loved Gabriella, so I get to play her now, which is really exciting. But it's also my last show with my academy, so that's January 27th. So that's also a lot of pressure to add to me whilst going through like the steroids and stuff. So yeah, definitely until the new year, because that's when like I will stop my steroids. Until then, I'm so sorry that videos aren't gonna be as consistent, or I'm not gonna be able to upload as much. I'm going to try my hardest, but when I say all I've done is sleep, I'm so tired, and my body just feels so drained. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna try and remain positive and try and put out as many videos as I can, but please just bear with me. This isn't like a permanent thing. As I said, it's only till the new year. Taking steroids is scary. It's so scary. I have to carry around like steroid cards with me and everything because I can go into adrenal crisis. Adrenal, whatever. It's really scary. Please, if you have the time, I really would recommend you doing research into steroids and arthritis in itself, because also I found out only 1% of the population worldwide has arthritis. That's insane. It's a scary time. And it's nice to, you know, finally have a diagnosis and to be able to have like a reason as to why this is all happening, especially since it's been near enough 2 years. But my god, is the side effects of the medication scary and damaging as well. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you're all doing okay. And also, thank you so much for 40,000 subscribers. I wish I could do more to like celebrate it, but at the moment I'm really not in the right headspace to do anything. The medication kind of just got started at the wrong time, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for 40,000 subscribers. That is insane. I remember making one for like, I think it was 1,000 subscribers or 16,000, one of the two. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And I really just ask you to bear with me for the next few months or like couple months, because it's gonna be really difficult. Yeah, I think that's it. Again, I hope you're all doing good. I wish literally nothing but the best for you guys. Seriously, thank you so much just for everything. And yeah, I hope you'll have a good day, and I hope you'll have a good weekend if you're watching this on the day that it goes up, because I think it'll be Friday. And I hope everything's okay for you. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that there for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you all seriously so much for everything. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And hopefully I'll see you in another video. Okay, bye.